shall we? So we move on to how do sociologists study the society. So here, basically, we're talking about how they research. When you're studying the society, it means you make research in the society. You try to understand how the society works. That's what it means by research. So for sociologists, we have to talk about the positivist and the interpretivist here, and how they approach their studies. So yeah, how the sociologists study the society. This applies to the research method used by sociologists. Here, we will be discussing positivist and interpretivist approach to research method. So we start with positivists. Who are these positivists? They are sociologists who believe in scientific approach. They believe they are so objective. They don't just believe in what they feel like is going to be true. They are not biased. Their approach is about using scientific approach. Like they make research, they try to put it in practical. Whatever they get as result is what they base their research on, or they base their perspective on. It's not what they feel it should be true. Do you understand? So look at what I wrote here. Positivist. These are sociologists who study the society in a scientific manner. They base their research on quantitative data in form of statistics. So when we talk about quantitative data, it means putting information and facts together. That's what quantitative data is here. You are putting information and facts together in a numerical form. That's quantitative. Putting information and facts together in a numerical form. That is what's called quantitative data. So this is what positivists work on. So basically they are objective because it is the result of what they get. They base their perspective on, not what they feel, not their own opinion, not their own values, or not what they think it should be truth. No, they base it on the research, on practicals, like the chemistry, the bio, and the physics. So this is what they base. They use scientific approach. In a nutshell, they use scientific approach. Is it clear? So here I said they are more like scientists. Okay, I told you earlier, as they try to be objective. And when I talk about being objective, it means the absence of bias. They are not biased. And when you are biased, what does this imply? It implies that you are guided with your values. You are guided with what you think should be the truth. You are guided by your own opinion. Do you understand what bias is here? Yes. But when you are not being guided by opinion, you are being guided by what the results you have, the statistics you make, information that you are able to gather, the facts, then you are using the positivist approach. That means you are objective. That is objectivity. Is it clear? So I said they are more like scientists as they try to be objective rather than being guided by their values and what they would like to be true. That is being biased. They are not biased. I think positivists are clear. It's all about still on positivism. You understand? Positivism is an approach. It's an approach to sociology based on.
You explained it.
Yeah, I explained it, but it doesn't end there. So there's criticism in positivism.
What's
the critics?
The people against you.
Yeah. So what do they say? They said positivists, even the scientists that we're talking about, are biased. Why are scientists? They said nobody can reach objectivity, that no one can be objective. Why do they say nobody can be objective? This is it. You would have chosen a topic that you have to make a research on, yes or no? So you choosing a topic makes you biased. Why did you choose that topic? Why didn't you choose another topic? Do you understand what critics are saying here? They said you choosing a topic already means that you are biased.
Yes, that's right.
Right. So, but positivist, the approach is, yes, we choose a topic, yes, but on this topic that we choose, we are going to research on it, and it's not going to be based on our own values or what we think should be truth. But do you understand what the criticism about positivism is now?
But you searched for this topic because it's based on your values.
Based on what you think, right? So, I think you understand where we are going out to now.
Yes.
So, there's positivism. But the criticism about positivism is that they are not objective. That's what the criticism is. That, you said you are objective. How are you objective? Why did you choose a topic? If you are not objective, you wouldn't. If you are not biased, you wouldn't have chosen that topic. There are other topics. Why did you choose this?
Maybe
So that means you have a biased mind over other topics. That's just about criticism.
Yes.
Do you understand? What you need to know is about what positivism is, which is what? A sociological approach using the scientific method. And what is the criticism about positivism? It's about how they believe they are not objective. Do you understand the criticism now?
Not really.
Positivism is a sociological approach to study the society in a scientific manner.
What is this?
Positivism is a sociological approach to study the society in a scientific manner.
Yes. Okay.
Great. I think that is clear.
Yes.
Then, we already know what positivism is. So, positivists are those sociologists who uses scientific method and they are always objective in their research methodology. That's done, right? Now, what is the problem about positivism? What is the criticism about positivism?
Okay.
The criticism is that you call yourself positivist, that you are objective, that you are not biased. But why did you choose a topic to research on? In as much as you choose a topic to research on, that means you are not objective. You are biased towards other topics.
Maybe it's not you who chose it.
You would have chosen. In as much as you support emotion, you're supporting emotion, right? It's bias. Why did you oppose other emotion? They just want to tell you that you are not objective.
But the point is that they're using scientific research, not their research.
Yes,
That's
but they
why
have chosen a topic on research.
But they choose it, but it's not their words. It's not their mind who
Yeah,
sits down.
that's for them. But critics, who are critics? They just want to find your weak point. They just want to find your weakness. They just want to find a way of saying you're bad. They just want to find a way of saying you're not right.
But
Do you understand the point here?
Yes, I know.
That's why we call them critics.
Okay, I know this, but I'm talking about. They said that it's wrong that they call themselves positivism.
Positivists.
Positivists, because they choose the topic. But the main point is that they are using scientific research.
Because they are using scientific research, that is why they believe they are objective. They believe they are. But on the other side, because we are critics, we want to find a way of saying they are not objective. Then we'll say, okay, you said you are objective, okay. Why did you choose a topic? Why didn't you choose other topics? Do you get the point? It's just about criticism.
I know, I understand the point, but I think this is not the point of calling them objectives.
It is. It is a point.
It's a point.
Why did you choose A instead
but
of
the
B?
main point.
Why did you choose A instead of B?
But the main
No,
point.
answer that question. Why did you choose A instead of B?
Because it's better, maybe.
Oh, you said it's better. Then you're biased.
Okay, but the main point of calling them objectives is that they use scientific researches, right?
That is for them.
That's the whole point. They use.
On their own side.
You said at the beginning, you said that they choose a topic and they make a scientific research on it. They
Yes.
don't put their own words
That's why they are positivists.
on
Yes.
the research.
Yes. But critics said you are not objective because you have chosen a topic. You've chosen that topic because,
That's not fair. I don't.
yeah, life is not even fair. I think I round it up that way. Why?
Yes.
Okay,
I hate critics.
we move on to interpretivist. You said what?
I hate that.
Yeah, it's okay. They are critics. What do you expect from critics? Critics, they are critics. You don't expect good things from them. They have to criticize you. Yeah. For the second approach, which is the interpretivist. Remember, the interpretivist, who are the interpretivists? They believe that the individual pulls the strings in the society. Remember that?
Yes.
They believe that what the individuals pull the string in the society. These are interpretivists. So, they see sociology in the perspective of an individual.
Okay.
Okay, great. Here, they argue that there is difference between the subject matter of sociology and natural science. They don't believe there's any way we could study the society through a scientific approach. Why? Because they are human. We're talking about human here. They think, they reason, they take decisions, they make choices. They are not chemicals.
That's right.
They are not dead people.
Yes, that's right.
Do you understand? So, yeah, you said positivist, you are right. Now, interpretivist, you are
No,
right.
I said that the main point of positivists is that they take scientific researches, right? Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't say
Okay.
that's right.
So, for interpretivists, so as humans are active, conscious beings and they make choices, I said that earlier. They believe that positivist approach are not appropriate because if we need to understand people's action, we have to first understand these actions in the way that participants understand it. So, for me to judge you, I have to be in your shoe
Yes.
to see how you feel when it happens to me. That is interpretivist.
Yes.
Do you get what they meant here? So, sociologists need to understand how people make sense of the social reality around them, before they can understand their actions. So, sociologists should start thinking. They are criticizing the positivists that, look, your scientific approach is not appropriate because we are talking about human here. We're talking about diversified minds. We're talking about people who take decisions based on how they feel. So because they take decisions based on how they feel, you have to feel the same way they feel before you can understand why they took that decision.
Yes, that's right.
Do you get it? So this is about interpretivist approach. So they believe that the society, the individuals in the society makes the society. So you would have done what you did because you have to do it.
Even if it's wrong.
Yeah, it's your own perspective. But what we need to know is that you did it because it is you doing it, not the society making you to do it. Is it clear? Okay, there. So we started with how sociologists study the society. That means they make research. So in this research they do, how do they come about this research? Either you are a positivist or an interpretivist, you need to make a research. So there are different factors. Okay, now here, for the research, it needs to, before you come up with a research, you would have had a reason. You would have had a reason for going up for that research. So that's what we call the research aims and selection of topics. So that means you want to make a research based on what aspect? And how did you choose that topic? You wouldn't just come, it can be random and it might be like, oh, there's a problem. So for sociologists, before a research will take place, it means that there's a problem. So a problem will be identified. Then they try to follow up on that problem. That is what they base their research on.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So look at what I wrote here. Sociological research starts with the identification of a problem. So there's going to be a problem. And this is what the research will be aimed at. In deciding what to research, there are different factors that have to be put into consideration. So now that we've identified the problem, what are those factors that will influence us to continue or to further the research? Do you get my point? 1, personal interest, experience, and observation. You would have had an interest on it.
Yes.
You would have heard from the past about it. And what brings you going into it? You think something is fishy, that you need to find out what it is. That's the reason. Your interest. What you have observed.
Yes.
What you have experienced, maybe things of the past regarding it. This is why this is why you are doing the research. 2, what is already known about the topic, which can be a secondary data or secondary research. And what is yet to be known, now that you have to research, that's going to be a primary research. What is already known is a secondary research. What you're about to know, or what you are yet to know, is a primary research. I think that's clear. That's the second factor that could influence your research. 3, social changes and development. There may be something that is new that you don't even have idea about. Life is the only constant thing in life is changes. So something new might have occurred that you have little knowledge about. This might make you want to put up to that research.
Yes.
Whether funding is available, we're talking about the finance of the research. This will be based on the interest of the funders, those that have the finance, those that have the money. Do they have interest in that topic you're talking about? If they have interest, then the fund will be available. How practical it will be to do the research? Are you sure this research is basically a practical one? What type of research do you want to carry on? Is it going to be a questionnaire? Is it going to be sample? What kind of research will it be?
What sample?
Picking up.
Okay.
Checking which one is better. Whether ethical issues are raised by this topic. What are the moral of the story? What are the moral about this research? Is it against the norms, the culture of the society? Is it supported by the society? That's the ethical stance of the society towards this research. That could make you to go on or to stop. If government does not accept it or allows you, then you have to stop. That's ethical. Do you understand what the ethical issues is here now?
Yes.
Ethical issues are issues regarding morals. And what are morals? The principle to know what is right and doing it. Not just to know what is right, but doing what is right. Moral is the principle to know what is right and wrong. Moral is also knowing what is right and getting it done. Do you understand? So that means you have to take ethical decisions. Is it clear? So these are reasons why sociologists would make their research. Is it clear? Any question about it?
No.